In Hollywood, you can be a superstar today and completely disappear tomorrow. One mistake, scandal, or flop, and your career is ruined. But sometimes, one single role changes everything. One film that restores the faith of millions of viewers and makes a name immortal. Today, I'll tell you about 6 actors whose careers were saved by specific movies.
The 90s were the star era of Robert Downey Jr. He was called a brilliant dramatic actor, but his life turned into chaos. Drugs, alcohol, arrests. He ended up in jail several times. Hollywood turned its back on him. Studios refused to hire him, and insurance companies didn't want to take the risk. And then Marvel took a chance. They cast an actor no one trusted anymore as the lead in Iron Man. The result? Iron Man became not just a hit, but the start of the biggest franchise in film history. $580 million at the global box office. And Downey became the heart of the MCU. Without him, there would be no Avengers and no modern Marvel era at all.
After The Matrix, Keanu Reeves became a cult star. But the 2000s destroyed his image. Failed blockbusters, commercial flops, and personal tragedies. The death of his daughter and his beloved. It seemed like his career was over. And then in 2014 came John Wick, the story of a hitman who lost his dog, the last gift from his wife. And everything came together, the pain of the character and the pain of the actor himself. The film was made for $20 million and earned over $86 million. The sequels turned the story into a billion-dollar franchise. Today, Keanu is an icon again, and all thanks to one role.
In the 2000s, he was the rom-com guy. Hollywood saw him only as a smiling pretty boy. But the actor himself felt that things couldn't go on like that. So he took a risk. He turned down comedy roles and waited for a dramatic offer. 2 years without work. In Dallas Buyers Club, he played Ron Woodruff, an electrician with AIDS. For the role, he lost 21 kilograms. His performance was so convincing that it earned him an Oscar in 2014. This became the starting point of the McConaughey. After that came True Detective, Interstellar, and a complete career transformation. In the 70s, he was a generation's idol. Saturday Night Fever, Grease. But in the 80s, everything collapsed. A series of box office flops. Critics mocked his choices. Hollywood considered him forgotten. And then Quentin Tarantino insisted the role of Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction had to go to Travolta. The film exploded. The Palme d'Or at Cannes, cult status, an Oscar nomination. Travolta returned to the top league and became one of the highest-paid stars of the 90s once again.
In the mid-80s, Willis was known as a comedy actor in the series Moonlighting. No one believed in him as an action star. His casting in Die Hard was even mocked. Posters were taken down from theaters because audiences didn't take him seriously. But the role of John McClane changed everything. He wasn't an immortal superhero, he was a man who jokes, gets scared, and still pushes forward. The film made $140 million and turned Willis into the top action star of the 90s. Without Die Hard, there would be no Armageddon or The Fifth Element.
In the 90s, he was a fan favorite. The Mummy, George of the Jungle. But then, injuries, surgeries, depression. He almost disappeared from movies for 15 years. And then, in 2022, The Whale was released. Brendan played a lonely teacher trying to rebuild his relationship with his daughter.
The role earned him an Oscar. Audiences cried and gave him a standing ovation. It became a symbol that a second chance is possible, even after decades of being forgotten.
These 6 stories prove, even when it seems like a career is over, a single role can change everything. Downey, Keanu, McConaughey, Travolta, Willis, Frazier. They all showed that in Hollywood, there's always a second chance. Which of these comebacks inspires you the most? Share in the comments. This was Popcorn Files. Subscribe so you don't miss new Hollywood stories.